Today, I'm going to show you how to create snake oil liniment, a cure-all miracle elixir. The things we'll need to create our snake oil bottle is one glass bottle, and I'm actually going to use this brown glass soap pump from Hobby Lobby. I picked it up in their bath section, and it was only a couple dollars. We're just going to remove the pump part of it. We are going to use a rubber snake, as well as a snake sealing wax stamp, and some gold sealing wax and a hot glue gun. We're going to use some black cording today, and then we are going to use one of these gold snake bottle stoppers from Target, but that's optional. And we're going to fill the bottle today with mineral oil. And finally, we will need our label printed on sticker paper, and the link for this is in the description down below. Let's get started. Would you like a chance to win a monthly potion bottle from me? Then consider supporting me over on Patreon. All of my patrons have a chance to win a monthly potion bottle. Patreon not your thing? No worries. You can become a member here on YouTube and get exclusive icons and emojis to use in the comment section. Link in the description down below. All right, the first thing we're going to do for this bottle is remove the pump part of it, as well as the sticker off the bottom. And yeah, it was $2.99. And like I said, this was in the bath section of Hobby Lobby, so it wasn't by the glass bottles. It was over. Ours is behind the fabric. I don't know if that's the case for everyone, but it was in between frames and fabric at my store. So now that we have our glass bottle, we're going to add our snake. So this was a pack of 4 off of Amazon, and I thought they were a good size. And I like the colors, the little bit of green, and when it shows through will look nice in here. And the bottom is white, so that'll give another texture as well. So I'm going to put it head down first so that we can see the head and the bottom. And I did notice when you're putting these in that sometimes it likes to try to kick the white part to the top, like it's doing right now. Just give it a good twist, and you should be able to get it to flip so that the white is on the bottom. And we're just going to wind this in here. And if we don't like how it puts itself in there, we can always help it. So I want to kick part of his, small part of his tail down actually. So I'm going to shove the tail in and try to feed it down some. And it is like a silicone-y rubbery snake, so it will stick and stay however we put it in there on the glass. Now it might shift some when we add the mineral oil, and that's okay. We can always, again, adjust it if we feel like we need to. Okay, so we've got our snake in there. I think that works. And like I said, we're going to use mineral oil. And the main reason I'm using mineral oil is it was actually one of the key ingredients in the American scam snake oils that they, sold all across the country as a miracle elixir. And the main reason people use mineral oil is for constipation. So I'm sure anybody that took it probably had a pretty cleansing effect. So they probably thought it was working. So a lot of times snake oil was actually made of mineral oil, beef fat, red pepper, and turpentine. Now, there is actual snake oil that was the authentic Chinese snake oil, and that was made from the boiled fat of a Chinese water snake, which has high levels of omega-3 fatty acids, which helped with things like inflammation and things like that. So it actually did do some good, but the American one, not so much. So since mineral oil was one of the key ingredients, I felt like we should go ahead and use that in ours. If you didn't want to use mineral oil, you could use water, glycerin. You could also use baby oil, anything like that. So we're going to pour this in, and I wasn't sure if one bottle would be enough to fill it, so I grabbed a couple bottles. All right, and one bottle was perfect. I actually still have a little bit left over even. And I might dump a tiny bit of this out just because I know our stopper comes down just a little bit. so now that we have our oil in here, we're going to go ahead and use our stopper. So I picked this one up, like I said, from Target. It was part of their Threshold Halloween line, and I think it was like $7 for a 2-packer, maybe even less. So I thought these would be really good, and I specifically was looking for a bottle that had the right size neck. So you just want to make sure it has the same size as like a wine bottle to make sure that it will actually fit the way you want it to. So because this is a rubber stopper too, it will keep it from evaporating, which is good. Now, what I like is this top one actually stays, I don't know if you guys can see, the top little rubber part is out, which is good. We're going to actually UV glue over that whole part. And then when we do our cording, we're going to bring it up a little bit above the actual top here. So for this, we could either use JB Weld UV glue or the Amazon one. It's not going to matter which way we go. I think I'm going to do the Amazon one just because it's a little bit wider tip than the JB, but it's going to be exactly the same regardless. And we are just going to go around the whole outside edge here. And I'm just making sure that I seal it in really good. And I will wipe that drip we got on the other side in a second here. Okay, and once it's covered, I will wipe this little UV drip. And then we're going to cure it. All right, now that our stopper is completely cured and we are leak proof here, I am heating up my gold sealing wax hot glue stick, and we are going to wrap the neck of our bottle. So like I said, I'm going to go up above the lip of the bottle just a little bit to kind of mask how high the stopper sticks out of the bottle. All right, and we have our wrapped neck here. And I'm going to do my wax seal on the bottom of some glass here. You could also use non-stick foil like we've done in the past as well. And we are left with our wax stamp. And I'm just going to pop this off of the glass, and that is ready. All right, so now that we have our wax seal, we're going to bump it up a notch. So we're actually going to rub it with some gold rub and buff so that it really looks metally, because we're going to add that above our label. So we're going to get our label on first, and I already went around the outside edge with a matching black marker. And we're going to place this on our bottle. Okay, I think that's pretty straight. All right, and now that we have our label on the bottle, we can then add our wax stamp. So we're going to glue our wax stamp on right above the label here. So I'm going to go around the outside edge of this. And then we're going to place this on our bottle. And I'm going to cure it. All right, now that that is on, I'm going to take my Q-tip with a little rub and buff. And I'm using the gold leaf one. Alright, and that gives us this awesome metallic finish that matches our stopper. Now I think I want to take this one step further, and I think I want to rub a little bit of gold onto our cording as well, just to add another little detail. Plus I think it'll kind of give it an aged look too, slightly. And some spots will get more gold than others, which I think is nice. And if you've never worked with Rub and Buff before, a little goes a long way, which is fantastic. Okay, and I think that added just a nice little detail to the cording. And once we get that done, there we have our snake oil. This will be a great addition to our potion and prop collection making along the way. So if you guys like this video, give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and we will catch you guys later. Thanks so much.